Melting. 2017. It's not that old. AC Tech coming today because it's broke. Oh dear. Hopefully not too expensive. I should live in Alaska or something. Somewhere very, very cold. So what I imagine this game's going to be, I think it's going to be Billy Lurk versus the Outsider for messing with Dowd. I could be wrong. New. Yeah. Hard. The veterans of Dishonored or players who enjoy a challenge. Enemies are perceptive. Let's go hard, yeah. Let's do it. One last fight. You're on the lookout for your old mentor, Dowd, whom you've not seen in 15 years. Rumors speak of a clandestine boxing club that uses black magic and bone charms at the Albarca Baths. Could he be there? No, I didn't think you would want to.
My name is Billy Lurk, though there aren't many people who remember. For years, I stayed hidden.
These subtitles
Captain
on.
of a ship called the Dreadful Whale. I was a smuggler, fence, and maybe traitor, depending on who you ask. Our names are always overshadowed by the words whispered after them. If you hide from the world long enough, eventually nobody remembers you. Then you're alone, living with your choices. But I could never forget the man who pulled me up from nothing. Dowd, the Knife of Dunwall. A name called out by the desperate or the dying. The assassin who ended one empress and saved another. Shame burns inside you for a long time. When I betrayed Dowd, he let me live. I left Dunwall.
We did?
And my own name behind. For years, I wondered if I was worth forgiving. For years, I laughed at myself for even wanting a killer's forgiveness. Sometimes mercy cuts deeper than any knife. Now I know that forgiving is something you do for yourself as much as for the people who hurt you. I know Dowd is in Karnaca, and I'm going to find him. Every night for weeks, the same terrifying dream. A street fight. My arm dead and lying in the gutter. My eye gouged out by a Grand Guard sword. But when I wake up, they still hurt for hours. Gives me the creeps. This always brought me a little comfort. You stole this for me, didn't you, Deirdre? Now it's all I have left of you. Another relic from the old days. Still holds an edge, at least. That boxing club in the Albarca Baths is my last lead. Dowd has to be there.
13 to 24 degrees is not that cold. Not cold enough anyway. That's not right. We need, fuck, man, I don't know my resolution. Resolution. 1400. 1400. That one. Yep. Let's go borderless full screen. We'll keep that there. Ultra. I'll keep those on just in case. Subtitles. Yeah, we are in headphones. Main dialogue. Save. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were. Okay. Dude. It's so hot in SC where I am, but I'm glad consistently just as hot summers when you lived in PA. Difference is winter is more mild and they have no clue how to handle snow. I mean, to be fair, the UK has no idea how to handle snow, but we hardly get any of it, really. The controls have changed. Ah, for fuck's sake. Ah. Left, right, jump, stealth, sprint, lean. I think it was like this. No. Yeah. Lean left. Lean right. Yeah. Sword. Power weapon. Yeah. Chokehold. Block. Yeah. Wheel. Quick save. Quick save. Quick load. I think. Was that quick load? Yeah, we'll leave that. I'm pretty sure that was quick save. Anyway. Wait, what did I have as interact or whatever? Stealth mode. Stealth mode. Like crouch. Sheath weapons. Use. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Forgiven. I wouldn't have blamed Emily for killing me there and then. Bring down an empress and everything gets thrown into chaos. A lot of people got hurt, but it was worse than that, wasn't it? I helped kill her mother. That's 2 times I was spared. At least I've got it put it right. Is this how doubt feels? My dreams are getting worse too, stronger. Sometimes I stare at my right arm like it shouldn't be there and my head hurts like I'm blinded by blood. I started to write it all down just to keep a handle on it. 2 weeks until I'm back in Kanaka. The longest 2 weeks of my life, if I even make it. The engine is rattling bad. My old self again. It felt good to say the name. Even better to hear it. From the corner of Kanaka, wanted Billy Lurk. I've been sending out messages to my contacts in the city following the sightings and rumors, but nothing yet. I even listen to the rats. Sometimes they know things that others don't, and their voices remind me so much of Deirdre. I found the old man's wanted poster in a trunk. Now I'm looking for Dowd, just like all of Dunwall was years ago. I hope more luck than they did. Long shot. One last lead, an underground boxing club of all places. Dowd could be fighting there. Maybe another dead end, but I have to be sure. I tried to pump out the engine room, but no use. My ship's dead in the water. Megan Foster would have been furious, but I'm not. Got other things to care about. Okay. What are contracts? I missed what that was. Is there a help? Tutorials? Contracts. At any time, you can review your list of contracts from your journal. Press J to open the journal and go to contracts. You can activate the markers on the targets, and some additional hints are provided in description. If you succeed at a contract, you'll be rewarded with a good amount of coin and sometimes a bone shell. Okay. It hardly happens. We don't need to know how to deal with it. It is a terrible position for a government because roads aren't cared for properly because deaths in the snow. So what they're really saying is public safety isn't important enough in the... Well, yeah, you're right. And isn't public safety like the reason they exist? Burn the White Hound. An eyeless hag stole my poor Milky. He's wise as whalebone, but riddled with disease. Breaks my heart to ask you, Sylvie, but if you find my Milky, please put him out of misery and burn the remains. Save him from those cursed eyeless and plague Kanaka and save Kanaka from the plague. What? She just gets shitty tasks to do? Is that find my beer and rescue my dog? Those thugs at the Alberca make potions like Bone Charm upstairs. Their liquor is vile but sells for good coin, and we're losing punters to them every day. Bring us the rat liquor recipe before the brewery goes out of business. Destroy the stock while you're at it.
Burglary, spying, picking pockets. Dowd taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now.
Sokolov establishes a studio in Tyvia. Renowned natural philosopher and painter Anton Sokolov returned to Tyvia this week after years of retirement in Kanaka. Sokolov, whose inventions and technological marvels are famed throughout the Isles, was greeted with fanfare and panoply due National Hero. A parade in his honor culminated in a festival of on Mastrov Square in Dabokva, where Sokolov gave a brief speech announcing the establishment studio. When asked about future plans, the inventor responded, "I've already done enough for several lifetimes." The inventor was overwhelmed by an infernal noise of the parade and left the celebration early. He gave no indication whether or not his studio will accept apprentices.
Good to see the old man made it up north. I was lucky to know him. I wonder what poor soul is dealing with him now.
Empress Emily Caldwin moves to heal fractured empire. Renovation projects in the Tower district are finally underway as the last funeral rites were performed for the High Overseer Yul Kulan and the Brothers of the Faith who died in an attempt to retake Dunwall Tower from the now deposed usurper, Delilah Copperspoon. The Abbey of the Everyman has spent the last several months consecrating and interring the remains of the fallen while also removing dangerous and heretical objects from the Imperial Palace. While representatives from the Isles beside her, Empress Emily Colwyn issued a statement yesterday morning urging unity in the wake of this great tragedy. The Empire's strength is in its diversity through of thought and action. Working together, there is nothing we can't establish. We are pleased to reassert our partnership with the sovereign nations of Morley, Serkonos, and Tyvia for mutual peace and prosperity. Following these proceedings, several imperial proclamations have been issued with the aim to restore trading networks and communications across the Isles. Several large-scale public works have been announced with the architectural firms in Serkonos and Morley already competing for commissions. You get a Soviet Russia vibe? I see that, yeah.
Her Imperial Highness is back on the throne. If she knew what I was doing now, she'd probably try me for treason. Is this what you would have looked like, my sweet Deirdre? I would have died soon after you, if it hadn't been for Dowd.
What the fuck? Why have I got an assassin's blade?
I've been searching for months. I know you're here, Dowd. Somewhere. Everyone in Dunwall was afraid of him then, but not me. That club is run by a gang that call themselves the Eyeless. They claim to fight using black magic. If that's true, then Dowd might be involved.
Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in few arrests. Investigations continue as investigations continue in the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the Campo Seta dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found at both scenes, along with many carved talismans. Familiar on sailing ships, these trinkets marked with strange insignias were collected with various unidentified powders, noxious plants, and vials of unknown liquid. through these items, odd credence to rumors of black magic being practiced by the eyeless. The Grand Guards have not called for overseer support. Roving Vice Overseer Cardozo of the Abbey of the Red reached for a comment, stressed that spiritual dangers of carved whale bones, and if found, could bring them directly to your nearest overseer. And if found, bring the necklace to your nearest overseer outpost for inspection and disposal. It gave no further remarks on the Grand Guard's ongoing investigations. Notes about Albaca Baths. Went told Magigan. Traded some whalebone and a bit of hair, not mine, for information. She's making charms for the Alice now. Good clients, pay regular. Left before Madge tried to pick my pocket. Some watchers from the Royal Conservative joined the Eyeless Powerless now. None for the Brigmore days where who could remember me at least. No reason why they think they'd look twice at anyone else. Are these people messing around, or is it something I'm not seeing? I think I lost my pocket knife. Madge is a cursed old woman. Can't know if Dowd's at the Albaca Baths. I'll check it out for myself. Last lead I got.
Dowd's had the mark of the outsider in his hand for as long as I've known him. I've gone through every gang-infested slum asking after this, and no one would tell me a thing.
Reply from Isabel. Megan, you must be pretty desperate if you're writing for me about this. Yeah, I saw him. He set up a meeting to buy some of those funny explosives that fell off the back of the carriage a few months ago. I waited for him, but he never showed up. Sorry I couldn't be any more help. I haven't seen or heard from him since. Put me a real bind. Isabel. Also, hey, you were kind not to mention it, but I didn't forget. I still owe you that case of fig wine that happened last time. Give me 2 more months. I swear I'll get it to you.
Karnak.
Oop. Dearest Megan. Reply from Kitterick. What an intriguing message. Who's this then? An old lover? Forgive me, but he doesn't really seem your type. But if you must heard about, I heard about a rumor a few months ago from some gentlemen looking for a man looking like he's been spied with those two bizarre eyeless. I filed that piece of gossip anyway, just in case it was important. Lucky you. When you come back here, make it soon. We miss you. We have the tobacco.
That is full of secrets. If I have any clues about where Dowd is, it's because he let me find them.
Reply from T, Billy, or Megan, whatever you go by these days. I don't know anymore. It was easy to pretend we didn't know each other when you were Megan. We agreed to respect both our new lives and not dredge up old bad old memories. So what are you doing? Yeah, I saw him 2 years ago here in Kanaka. Even asked after you. I said I hadn't seen you since the night in Flooded District. I'm sure you know why I lied. He had never stopped killing. He never stopped killing you. Got the same old grudges. Just hope you're not one of them. Abandoned legend to the Empress. Imperial Highness. I thank you for the gift. While your generosity is to Empress Calvin, I don't want your coin. Lady Eminently. I can't take your coin after what I did. I'm trying to way to make peace. Dear Emily, I wish to do mend vest, seal hatch, bullets, whiskey. Are we docked? The Knife of Dunwall, except from a penny novel. Chapter 3. Dowd stared at the blade. It had planned had gone perfectly, even better than he could have hoped. In fact, the whole thing had been too easy. But now that was over. He felt hollow, and there was nothing in the world could fill him again. He knew it with a certainty that scared him. Billy called from the next room, "Boss, leave me." He nudged the door closed before she could say anything else. He trusted her more than any of them. But he didn't feel like talking. Cleaning the blood from his blade, he studied the marks on it before the cloth made on the cloth. Royal blood, but soaked in the same way he'd seen before. Weren't the high and mighty supposed to be filled with something different, something better? Dad was tired. No amount of blood could change the way he felt. He didn't drink as a general rule, and sex had never interested him. But he felt kind of exhaustion that he couldn't be soothed away. A smile crept across his mouth. The Knife of Dunwall exhausted, and yet something else was. What was he feeling exactly? He looked at Jasmine Coldwell's eyes at the moment her life slipped away, and in that moment a thought occurred to him. He'd made a mistake. He'd been misled. That kind of thing was useless. She was just as dead, whether as he regretted it or not, but it seemed he'd seen his true face reflected in her eyes, seen himself for what it really was, and not a renowned assassin, not some great shaper of history, just another playing piece in a noble game. Reinforcing the guilt that he felt.
The engine is shot and half the ship's in an inch or more of seawater. These are the dreadful whale's last days.
The dreadful whale will live again. I don't think there's anything else here. Better start rowing, yeah, exactly. There's nothing here. No, everything's boarded up.
This station hasn't been used for years. Hiding the dreadful whale wasn't easy, but it's safe so far.
To the carriage! What are we even doing? Reach Alberca Bath. Oh, we're going for the thingamajig. I should do the contracts. Maybe. Can I... Show marker?